he sent to when they told unto David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, tarry at Jericho until your beds be grown.
So the Lord told them what? So read it again. Read that verse again.
It says on verse 5, when they told unto David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, tarry at Jericho until your beds be grown, and then return.
Yes, so he said, tarry at Jerusalem until your beds be grown, and then return. Because their beds were shaved in half. That goes to show you how serious it was, man. That goes to show you how serious it was. Half of the beds were shaved off. It wasn't even the whole thing. And David said, you know what, man? Get the hell out of here, man. Go to Jericho and stay there until the other half of your beard grow back. You know? Alright, let's see, there's another page, which is called, your brothers can read the rest of the story, you know? You just want to hit the fine points. It says, Egyptian life, jump right down to the point. It says, pin the beard on the dead. Even the pharaohs in Egypt chose the shape of their beards, but they also thought that the gods they worshipped had special beards. For special occasions and ceremonies in honor of these gods, the ancient Egyptians would fix a false beard fixed with a cord. So it said, even the pharaohs in Egypt chose to shave off their beards, but they also thought that the gods they worshipped had special beards. For special occasions and ceremonies in honor of these gods, ancient Egyptians would wear a false beard fixed with a cord. So they would design their beards, their facial hair in certain ways in honor of their gods. Well, guess what? Let's see if we got some documents on that. It's called, this is on the webpage, it's called Church of the Great God. The Spirit had me just run into this, you know. It says, is it wrong to shave or cut one's hair? Leviticus 19:27 in verse 20, in chapter 21 verse 5. It says, notice a more modern rendering of these verses in the New King James. You should not shave around the sides of your head, nor shall you disfigure the edges of your beard. Leviticus 19:27. And they shall not make any bald place. I'm just gonna jump right down because it basically reads the verse. But that's not the New King Version way. That's not the King James Version way. We read Leviticus 19:27. We're gonna read that again. And Leviticus 21, we can read that as well. Let's have them read them right down. It says, it was a ritual custom of the heathen to cut or trim their beards and hair into special shapes in honor of their particular pagan deity. To honor the sun god Ra, the ancient Egyptians had their dark locks cropped short. Get that scripture, Leviticus, what's that, Leviticus 19? We're gonna read that one again. Since I read it, but they had it in the New King James Version way. We're gonna read it like that. We're gonna read it, Leviticus 19:27 again. Go ahead.
Okay. Leviticus 19:27. It says, ye shall not round the corners of your bed, ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy bed.
Mar meaning destroy. You're supposed to round the corners of your head, neither shall thou mar the corners of your bed. So you're supposed to be cutting and destroying and shaping up your bed, shaving it off, shaving your head bald, shaping your hair up, none of that stuff. But as we just read, it was a ritual custom of the heathen to cut or trim their beards and hair into special shapes in honor of a particular pagan deity. Give me the book of Leviticus, Deuteronomy 12:30. See what that goes into. Matter of fact, before you get that, get the 21 Leviticus
21:5.
Yeah.
Leviticus 21:5. They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard, nor make any cuttings in their flesh.
Yeah, we ain't supposed to make no cuttings in our flesh, nor make baldness. That goes into another show. We won't hit that. But it said they shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard. We read the Egyptians did that, and they did it in honor of their gods, right? Of a particular pagan deity. It says, and hold Deuteronomy 12:30 on deck. It says, It was a ritual custom of the heathen to cut or trim their beards and hair into special shapes in honor of a particular pagan deity. To honor the sun god Ra, the ancient Egyptians had their dark locks cropped short or shaved with great care. To honor the sun god Ra. Read that 12 and 30. Deuteronomy chapter 12 verse 30. See what that says.
Alright. This is Deuteronomy chapter 12 verse 30. Take heed to thyself that thou be not snared by following them, after that they be destroyed from before thee.
Right, so take heed that you don't be ensnared by following them, following their ways. That's why the Most High said, don't make your sons marry their daughters, don't make your daughters marry their sons, because if they did, they're going to wind up worshiping their gods and following their ways. Continue.
And that thou inquire not after their gods, saying,
So don't inquire after their gods, don't ask their gods, saying what?
how did these nations serve their gods?
How did they serve their God? What did they do to worship their sun god? Did they shave their beard in that certain way? Go ahead. Did they shave their hair off their head? Go ahead.
Even so will
Read
I
it again.
do.
How will these?
Okay. It says, how did these
Start from end that down inquire not.
Okay. And that thou inquire not after their gods, saying, how did these nations serve their gods? Even so will I do likewise.
So don't go inquire after the gods, saying, how did they worship that sun god? How did they worship Ra? How did they worship Hathor? How they did that? How did they worship Baal? Well, I'm going to do the same thing. Well, one way to worship them gods was they shaved their head bald and they shaved their sideburns off and their beards off. So the Lord said, don't do that because they did it. And when they did it to honor their God. So I don't want them doing that at all. Because we read Leviticus 20 and 26. He separated us from the other people. So I'm going to continue from this sentence right here. To honor the sun god Ra, the ancient Egyptians had their dark locks cropped short or shaven with great care, so the hair that remained on the crown appeared in the form of a circle surrounding the head, like this, like a halo. See that? Those they're not Egyptians, those are crackers. Those are like goddamn Catholics, you know. But you see how right here we just read it says the ancient Egyptians had their dark locks cropped short or shaven with great care, so that the hair that remained on the crown appeared in the form of a circle, in the form of a circle surrounding the head. You see that? It's like a circle at the top of the head, right?
Yep.
Surrounding the head, from which the halo derives. See that? Now they got pictures of Caesar with halo. He got a halo. Baby got a beautiful halo over his head. Naked baby with his dick out. Halo on his head. That's a damn abomination, man. Naked angels, man. You know? With a halo over their head. That goes back to when the ancient Egyptians would shave their hair low, and the crown of their head, the top of the head, they'll shave it off so it can make a resemblance of a disc, a circle surrounding the head. It says while the beard was dressed in a square form. Alternatively, a round bald spot might be shaven on the head. In this type of false worship the Bible forbids. Shaving one's beard and cutting one's hair for formal good grooming is something entitled. No, motherfucker, you ain't cutting, you ain't supposed to do it. See that? Now you're trying to throw that little stuff in there. Because this person do that. You know? Yo, you could groom. That's that nigga from the goddamn Nick camp. We used to groom ourselves. But he was trying to say, yeah, we did groom. You could cut your beard low, not down to the skin. You can cut your hair low, but not down to the skin. You know?
Yep.
These niggas trying to say it's okay to shave it off. Because they don't really want to have it. You know? Man, listen to this bird, man. I stopped getting shaved before I even came in the truth. You know why? Because I ain't feel like getting haircuts. I was wasting too much damn money on haircuts every 2 weeks. So I said, I ain't getting my haircut no more. Then when I came in the truth, I found you wasn't supposed to get your haircut. You know what I mean? Not get your haircut, shape your hair up. So I was like, oh, well, I already didn't do it for 8 months. So it's over regular with me. You know? So, let's read this a little bit. This, it says, what's the story behind the traditional haircut associated with monks? As the title asks, what's the significance of this particular haircut? Why is it associated with monks, and what's the story behind it? It goes into more information, but we're gonna mainly get into the Egyptian part of it.